The observation deck of the Prometheus offered a breathtaking view of the Kepler 442 system, where three suns painted the void in shades of amber and crimson. Commander Marcus Chun stood beside Dr. Zarvos, watching the slow dance of celestial bodies that had taken humanity 6 years to reach. "Beautiful, isn't it?" Zara murmured, her breath fogging the reinforced viewport. The xenorchaeologist had spent most of the journey in cryosleep, but she'd been awake for the past month, cataloging their discoveries on the planet below. Marcus nodded, though his attention wasn't entirely on the cosmic display. The past few weeks working alongside, Zara had stirred something in him he thought buried beneath layers of military protocol and the weight of command. She had a way of looking at ancient alien ruins like they were love letters from the universe, her eyes lighting up with each translated glyph. "The architects really knew how to pick their real estate," he said, gesturing toward the planet's surface where massive crystalline structures jutted from continents of blue-green vegetation. The civilization that built them had vanished millennia ago, leaving behind only questions and impossibly beautiful monuments. Zara turned to him, a playful smile tugging at her lips. "You know, when we get back to Earth, I'm thinking of putting in a request to lead the next deep space archaeological mission. Want to come along? I could use a good security chief." "Depends," Marcus replied, matching her grin. "Are you planning to propose dangerous expeditions into unstable alien ruins for the next 20 years? Probably. Then count me in." "Hell, if," she proposed, "I'd say yes," he said with a laugh, the joke slipping out before he could stop it. The words hung in the air between them, heavier than the artificial gravity that kept their feet planted on the deck. The ambient hum of the ship's system seemed to fade, leaving only the sound of their breathing and the distant pulse of the fusion engine's dot. Then there was silence, and she looked at him. Her expression shifted, becoming something Marcus had never seen before: vulnerable, hopeful, terrified. The brilliant scientist who could decipher dead languages and navigate alien politics was suddenly just a woman standing in the light of three suns, her heart written across her face. "Marcus," she said softly, and he realized with crystalline clarity that this wasn't just about archaeological missions or deep space exploration. This was about the way she started bringing him coffee during his night shift, how she'd linger in the command center longer than necessary, the careful distance she maintained that somehow felt more intimate than any touch. The ship's AI chose that moment to interrupt with its melodious synthetic voice. "Commander Chian, Admiral Torres is requesting immediate communication from Earth." "Command." Marcus closed his eyes briefly, duty and desire warring in his chest. "Tell the Admiral I'll be there in 5 minutes." "Acknowledge, Commander." When the AI's voice faded, Zara had taken a step back, her professional mask sliding back into place. "You should go. The Admiral doesn't like to be kept waiting." "Zara." "It's fine, Marcus. Really." But her voice carried an edge of hurt that made his stomach twist. He reached for her hand, stopping her retreat. "When I get back from this call, we need to talk. Really talk." She studied his face for a long moment, searching for something he hoped she would find. Finally, she nodded. "I'll be in Lab 7, working on the latest inscriptions from the temple site." The communication with Earth Command lasted 2 hours. Admiral Torres had news that changed everything. The Kepler 442 system wasn't as empty as they'd thought. Long-range sensors had detected ships on the outer edge of the system, not human ships. The architects, it seemed, weren't as extinct as everyone had believed. First contact protocols were being activated. The Prometheus was no longer just an archaeological mission. They were now humanity's first ambassadors to a living alien civilization. When Marcus finally made it to Lab 7, he found Zara hunched over a holographic display of alien text, her fingers tracing symbols that seemed to pulse with their own inner light. "The architects are coming back," she said without looking up. "These inscriptions, they're not historical records. They're instructions, waiting protocols. The structures on the planet aren't monuments. They're beacons. I know. Earth Command detected their ships 3 hours ago." Now she did look up, her eyes wide. This changes everything. Yes, it does. Marcus moved closer, studying the alien symbols that danced in the holographic field between them. Humanity's about to take its next great leap into the unknown. We'll need our best people for what comes next. The archaeological team will be crucial for communication efforts, Zara said, though her voice lacked its usual confidence. If we can understand their language, their culture, ... Zara. He waited until she met his eyes. Earlier, when I said what I said about proposing, Marcus, you now have to... I wasn't joking. The words settled between them like gravity, inescapable and fundamental. Outside the lab's viewport, the three sons continued their eternal dance. And somewhere in the darkness beyond, an ancient civilization was coming home to find humanity waiting in their garden. Zara reached across the holographic display, her fingers finding his. The architects built their civilization to last forever, she said quietly. Maybe they can teach us something about that. Marcus squeezed her hand, feeling the weight of the universe shift around them. Maybe they can. In the distance, warning lights began to flash as the ship's sensors detected the approaching alien vessels. Humanity's greatest adventure was just beginning, and they would face it together, whatever came next.